Across the globe, institutions are judged not only by the work they do, but also by the stories they tell. The world today moves at the speed of information, where perception can shape reality and communication can determine credibility. Public relations is the discipline that binds institutions to society. It gives voice to values, clarity to actions, and meaning to service. It is the invisible bridge between authority and trust, between leadership and the people they serve. In Nigeria, where diversity is our strength and complexity our reality, public relations has grown beyond speeches and slogans. It has become a strategic necessity in the way governments and agencies earn public confidence, the way citizens understand reforms, and the way communities find reassurance in times of uncertainty. For the Nigeria Customs Service, communication is not optional. As guardians of the nation's borders and facilitators of trade, the service carries a responsibility that touches every Nigerian. From protecting our economy to securing our people, customs is at the intersection of national interest and global commerce. But in fulfilling this duty, questions arise. How are policies explained? How are reforms understood? How are the people reassured that customs is working for them and not against them? These answers lies in the public relations.
We will see that what has created a problem for us is the fact that we do not have a gap that we are having between the older generation of our practitioners and the younger ones that are just coming up. This is not a problem that is unique to PR. In fact, in the general customs administrations, this is one issue that we have been trying to confront in the last 5 or 6 years. The inevitable generation gap, which our recruitment policies over the last 15, 20 years has created.
We've seen an evolution take place over the years from public relations officers that were viewed mainly just as spokesperson. Now we have public relations officers that are strategic communicators whose role is defined by how well they can carry on the message of the service, engage with stakeholders, and enlighten the public, especially our critical stakeholders, about the duties that are also of the service that have evolved over the years. So it is really more encompassing. We find that
mostly recognized when there was one form of crisis, when they jumped to talk to the public why this happened or why it didn't happen. It was more or less a one-traffic communication. The service was blessed with a leader who was media-friendly and therefore not averse to approving funds for the public relations officers to function. Additionally, the service was then blessed with a thoroughbred, experienced public relations officer in the person of the current Comptroller General of Customs. So the combination of these two factors gave PR practice in the service a turn for the better. Fortunately for me, that was the period I joined the public relations unit.
Our strategic responsibility as an agency of government that deals with issues relating to implementation of government fiscal policies, the role of communication cannot be overemphasized. You look at community relations, which entails our management of our land borders, prevention of smuggling, requires effective community engagement. And I can say boldly that today, the rate at which we are having altercations or fairs between customs and members of the public in border community has subsided substantially.
Public relations within the Nigeria Customs Service has evolved. It is no longer about being the master of ceremonies at events or the voice behind formal statements. It is about strategy. It is about foresight. It is about storytelling that inspires trust. Today, PR officers stand as the interpreters of policy, the narrators of reforms, and the builders of bridges between customs and the people. This transformation has been nurtured by visionary leadership. At the center of it is Comptroller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, who understands, perhaps more than anyone, the power of communication. Himself a seasoned communicator, he has elevated public relations from a ceremonial unit to a strategic pillar of service.
The long absence of recruitment spanning about 17 years, which has ensured that while the older generations of customs officers are exiting, we do not have enough of the younger ones to replace them. We're making conscious effort to do that through a number of targeted programs to accelerate the career growth of these officers. So we really don't have this kind of problems to repeat itself in the PR sector. And this is why opportunities that we have given to the younger officers is indeed very, very remarkable. And added to this is also the proposal that the PR unit will now be organizing and managing a mentorship program, which I very much endorse. This will allow us to have institutional memories passed down to the younger generation of officers, and also ensure that in the way they say it's catching them young, giving them inspiration, providing them guidance, as they navigate their career into, within the service.
By providing an enabling environment, platforms for trading, and the freedom to innovate, the CGC has given PR officers the opportunity to tell the customs story with clarity, credibility, and compassion. With this support, the Nigeria Customs Service PR officers, led by the National Public Relations Officer, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Abdullahi Mewada, they are redefining their role.
Organization as big as Nigeria Customs Service.
The story
Organization as big as Nigeria Customs Service.
The story of Nigeria Customs today is not just one of enforcement, revenue collection, or border security. It is a story of reform, empathy, and transparency, told through the voices of its public relations officers. They are reshaping the perception of the Nigeria Customs Service, helping Nigeria see customs not as a barrier but as a facilitator of trade, not merely as an enforcer but as a partner in national growth, not as a distant institution but as one that listens, engages, and upholds integrity. It is within this context that the Public Relations Unit is convening the 2025 Nigeria Customs Service Annual Public Relations Workshop with the theme, Beyond Masters of Ceremonies, the strategic role of public relations, securing trust and serving the nation with pride.
The award-winning PRO built a very strong structure, and we have his team also carrying on very, very well. Thank you so very much, the PR team.
He was appointed as the Pioneer Liaison Officer of the Nigeria Customs Broadcasting Network, and he later served as the Deputy National Public Relations Officer. In April 2023, he was appointed the substantive spokesperson of the NCS. AC Mewada is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Public